My dear child, I see you. I see the weariness in your eyes, the heaviness in your heart after yet another sleepless night. I see the moments when you feel like you can't take another step, and yet you keep going. You wake up each morning already feeling drained, carrying the weight of yesterday into today. You push through, you force yourself to keep going, even when every part of you is screaming for rest. You try to stay strong, but there's a constant exhaustion, like an endless tide that pulls you back, no matter how hard you fight. You ask yourself, why am I always so tired? Why does it feel like there's no relief? Stay with me until the end, because today I'm going to reveal 3 reasons why you feel this way, and what you can do to finally find the rest that your soul craves. This is not just another moment of hearing empty advice. This is an invitation to find true renewal. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack up a steep mountain. With every step, the burden feels greater, the straps cutting into your shoulders, your legs aching, your breath becoming labored, and you feel the strain deep in your bones. The dry air fills your lungs, making each breath harder, and the peak still seems impossibly far away. You look up and see the peak still far away, and it seems impossible to continue. This, my child, is how you have been living, carrying a weight you were never meant to bear alone, feeling like the journey ahead is impossible. But today, I want to help you understand why this exhaustion has taken hold of you and how you can let go of the burden that is breaking you down. The first reason you are always exhausted is because you are trying to do everything in your own strength. You may be trying to balance work, family, relationships, and personal struggles all by yourself, thinking that if you just push harder, everything will fall into place. In Matthew 11:28, I said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." My child, you have been trying to carry the weight of the world on your own shoulders. You think that if you just push a little harder, try a little more, you will be able to make it through. But you were never meant to live like this. You were never meant to be self-sufficient. I created you to lean on me, to draw strength from me, to find rest in my presence. Imagine a tree planted in a dry, barren land. Its roots search desperately for nourishment, but the soil is hard and there is no water. The leaves begin to wither, and the tree struggles to survive. Its leaves wither and it struggles to survive. But when that same tree is planted by a river, its roots go deep, drawing in the nourishment it needs. It becomes strong, vibrant, full of life. My beloved, you are that tree. You are trying to grow in a barren place, trying to find strength within yourself, when the real source of strength is right here, waiting for you. I am the living water. I am the river that will nourish you, that will make you strong even when everything around you is dry and weary. But you have to let go of the need to do it all alone. Come to me, and I will give you the rest that you are longing for. Think of the times you have tried to solve every problem on your own. Remember the sleepless nights, the anxiety that grips your heart, the feeling of being overwhelmed by everything that lies ahead, whether it's worrying about paying bills, managing relationships, or simply trying to hold it all together. My beloved, those burdens are not yours to bear alone. Just as a child reaches out for a parent's hand when the path is too difficult, I am here, extending my hand to you. You do not have to walk this road alone. Let me walk beside you and carry the weight that is too heavy for you. The second reason you feel exhausted is because you are not taking time to truly rest. We live in a world that glorifies busyness, where taking time to rest feels like falling behind or being unproductive. In Exodus 20, verse 8 to 10, I gave a command. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the 7th day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. The Sabbath was my gift to you, a day of rest, a day to step away from the work, the worries, the responsibilities, and to find peace in my presence. But in today's world, rest is often seen as a luxury, something that can be sacrificed in order to get more done. You fill every moment with activity, with noise, with things that need to be done, and in doing so you ignore the very rhythm I created for your well-being. Imagine a bow that is always strung, always under tension. If you never release the string, if you never allow it to rest, it will eventually snap. the string frays bit by bit until it finally breaks, unable to endure the constant strain any longer. My child, you are that bow. You have been under constant tension, never allowing yourself to truly rest, and you are on the verge of snapping. I gave you the Sabbath as a gift because I knew you would need it. I knew that without rest, your body, your mind, and your spirit would begin to break. Rest is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is a time to reconnect with me, to let go of the pressures of life, and to allow yourself to be renewed. When you honor the Sabbath, you are honoring the way I designed you, and you will find a peace that the world cannot give. Think about the times you have ignored your need for rest. You have pushed through the exhaustion, working late into the night on projects, skipping meals to meet deadlines, believing that if you just try harder, if you just stay up a little longer, you will finally get everything done. But my child, your spirit was not made to be constantly running. You need moments of stillness, moments to breathe, moments to simply be in my presence. Just as a car needs to stop for fuel, you need to stop to refuel your heart and soul. The third reason you are exhausted is because you are carrying burdens that were never meant for you. You are carrying worries like constantly fearing for your family's future or feeling responsible for everyone's happiness, and these burdens are not yours to bear. In 1 Peter 5:7 I said, "Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you." You are carrying fears, worries, and responsibilities that are not yours to carry. You worry about the future, about things that are beyond your control, and the weight of those worries is crushing you. My beloved, I never intended for you to carry these burdens alone. I have always been here waiting for you to give them to me. I care for you deeply, and I want to carry those burdens for you. Think of a child trying to lift a weight that is far too heavy. The child struggles, straining, their small hands barely able to hold on, tears welling up in their eyes as the weight threatens to crush them. But then, a loving parent steps in, taking the weight from them effortlessly. But then their parent steps in, taking the weight from them, lifting it with ease. My child, you are that child, and I am your father. You are trying to carry a weight that was never meant for you. You do not have to do this alone. I am here, and I want to take that weight from you. When you cast your cares on me, when you release the burdens you were never meant to carry, you will find that the exhaustion begins to fade, replaced by a peace that only I can give. Imagine walking along a narrow path carrying a heavy load on your back. Each step becomes harder, sharp rocks digging into your feet, sweat running down your face, and your legs grow weaker with every stride. You stumble, feeling as though you can't go on any longer. But imagine, in that moment, I come alongside you and gently lift the load from your shoulders. Suddenly, the weight is gone, and you can stand up straight again. The burden has been lifted, and you are free to walk forward with renewed strength. If these words are resonating with you, if you recognize that you have been trying to do it all in your own strength, that you have not been allowing yourself to truly rest, and that you have been carrying burdens that were never meant for you, then I invite you to take action. Subscribe now so that you can stay connected to my words, to my guidance, and to my love. Let me remind you each day that you are not alone, that you do not have to carry these burdens by yourself. Together, we will walk this journey, and I will give you the rest and strength you need. Imagine a shepherd with his flock. The sheep do not worry about where they will find food or water. They follow the shepherd's voice, trusting him completely, knowing that he will lead them to safety and nourishment. They do not fret about the dangers that might be ahead. They trust the shepherd completely, knowing that he will lead them to green pastures, that he will protect them from harm. My beloved, I am the good shepherd. I am leading you to green pastures, to still waters, to a place of rest and renewal. But you must trust me. You must let me lead you. Let me carry the burdens that you were never meant to bear. When you do, you will find that the exhaustion begins to lift, and in its place there is peace, there is renewal, there is joy. Think of those green pastures, lush, peaceful, a place where you can finally lay down your head without fear. The soft grass cushions you. The warmth of the sun gently touches your face. and a breeze carries the scent of wildflowers, filling your heart with peace. This is what I want for you. This is what I have prepared for you. A place of rest, a place where the worries of the world cannot reach you, where you can finally breathe deeply and know that all is well. But you must trust me to lead you there. Just as the sheep trust the shepherd, you must trust that I know the way. If this message is touching your heart, if you are ready to let go of the burdens, to rest in my presence and to trust me with your worries, I invite you to like this message. By liking it, you are making a declaration that you are ready to embrace the rest I have for you, that you are ready to stop striving and start trusting. Let this be the first step towards finding true rest. And now, I ask you to take another step. Leave a comment below and write, "I am ready to find rest in God," as a declaration of your commitment to this journey. By sharing these words, you are not only making a commitment to yourself, but also encouraging others who are on the same path. Together, you are building a community of faith, a community that supports one another in finding rest, renewal, and strength in me. Beloved, you do not have to live in constant exhaustion. You do not have to keep pushing, striving, and fighting on your own. I am here, and I am inviting you to come to me to find rest for your weary soul. The journey may be long, the mountain may be steep, but you do not have to climb it alone. Let me carry the weight. Let me lead you beside still waters. Let me renew your strength. You are my child, and I love you more than you can imagine. Together we will find rest. Together we will renew your strength. Together we will walk this path, and you will find that the exhaustion begins to fade, replaced by my peace, my strength, and my unending love. Let me be your rest, today and always.